This is super interesting because I'm curious about Atlantis and I would love to learn more. So when did Atlantis happen in this 26-year-old cycle? Maybe it was a civilization that lasted many thousands of
It,
years.
yes, yes, it did. And I do remember having quite a few lifetimes in Atlantis. And we used to live a lot longer then. 600, 700 years probably wasn't all that unusual, depending on our spiritual progress, right? But yeah, it's 26,000 years was, I believe, around the end of Atlantis, when that time, when during the fall
Okay.
ago, 26,000 years ago. That's what I understand. So that cycle ended pretty badly, uh, I guess you could say, from what I understand. Okay, with the fall, with the deluge, the fall. So
But can I ask, were we humans living in Atlantis?
yes, we were humans. That we did have knowledge of extraterrestrials, and there were extraterrestrials, what I understand, walking among us, which is what we're moving into
Mm.
again, slowly but surely.
Okay.
Some systems have to come down, of course, and belief systems have to come down. But that's what I understand is happening. And I do have recall of extraterrestrial, human type extraterrestrials walking among us. I also have memory that we were very human, just like we are now. Yeah.
Well, what did we do wrong?
Okay, so there's different stories. What I understand, there was some, and Thoth, the Atlantean, talks about this in the Emerald Tablets, Thoth actually came to me in a meditation recently. He said, gather the tribes under the full moon. And I didn't realize it at the time that he's also known as the lunar god. so this will be the second full moon in a couple days on Friday that I'll uh, lead a meditation with him to meet him and gather some intel on our ascension process, I guess you could say. So what happened, what I understand, and who knows, that there was two factions, I guess you could say, the light workers, the people who worked with, we were very, very technologically advanced in Atlantis. And we worked a lot with crystals. I have those memories. And the temple workers and the people who were working with technology for the good. Um, and then, I mean, that's the way that, we have this dual existence here. And then there was others that were very adept scientists and things like that were working with advanced technology to open wormholes, to use the technology that we knew about to playing with create time and space, things like that. I don't have a physicist or scientific mind, but basically collapsing things. Also, we were experimenting with human animal hybrids. We did a lot of scientific experiments on all types of beings. I do recall a lifetime as a mer. Mer were more prevalent than the aquatics, and where they were captured and experimented on. So lots of, kind of yucky stuff that we should, that we were playing with, trying to, how do I put it? Play God, I guess you could say. So that ended up with the experiments with the energy and bringing portals, opening portals and messing with the planet is what caused, and I see this in my mind, this portal that goes down into the planet, this energy funnel that goes down into the planet, and it caused catastrophe. There was also nuclear. We were messing with nuclear energy. That yeah, it was devastating.
Do you know where we are now in this 26-year cycle?
What I understand is we, the Great Mother told me we have reached the tipping. We have gone over the tipping point. So we're there. We're there, and we've tipped it. So we're on a incline, or whatever you want to call it. We're on a decline, but an incline, where we just have to bring in. We have to. How do I put it? And it all starts personally, right, with us. I mean, look at the wave of people who are waking up. That's what we need, and we need to be able to accept accept ourselves first, love ourselves first, okay, for who we are, and accept differences in all of us, right? And that includes when extraterrestrials come to the planet. That's a huge deal. I mean, they're already here. It's just a matter of us being able to accept them in a as different than us, because people aren't real good about accepting different sometimes.
But what would you say to someone like me who's like, I would love to see some ETs, but I don't see them and I don't feel them?
Right. Well, yeah, it's a process, and with me, I guess what brought it on was my head injury, because I didn't know anything about ETs. But when I had my near-death experience, those things opening up, and not just the head injury, but Yeshua working with me, my guy's working with me diligently, and I worked diligently in my room with him in meditation every night. And I'm sure I mentioned this before, but that was huge. That opened me up like crazy, and put me through a dark night of the soul, a big dark night of the soul, Kundalini awakening. I didn't know what was happening. I just know it was happening. It was scary as all get out, but I wouldn't change it for anything, because it needed to happen. I needed to crack this egg, and so as far as extraterrestrials are concerned, I had to wake up to it in that way, because a lot of us, probably, I'm going to say all of us, have some kind of contact with extraterrestrials. We just don't remember it.
Okay.
We've been hypnotized not to remember it, not just from them, but from our mainstream world. Oh, you're crazy, that kind of thing. So why would you want to, first of all, why would you want to admit to something, even if there's just a little inclination that you may have had some kind of weird experiences? Why would you want to admit to that when the world doesn't support it, right? So we're starting to support that, meaning people are remembering more and more, and as more light is being bombarded onto the planet, and we're being able to take in more light, the more we heal, the more light we're able to take in, then these memories come to the surface.
To watch the full video, click the link below, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel.